Hello guys, welcome to our channel Action Movies. Please do support friends. North of 10 years after the occasions of the primary film, the film starts with Jake Tarnish portraying his unassuming and tranquil life as head of the Omaticaya tribe and raising a family with his significant other Neytiri, which incorporates his children Needium and Loeke and his little girl Tuk, his embraced little girl Kiri, brought into the world from effortlessness Augustine's sluggish Nausicaa symbol, and a human kid named Bug, the child of Miles Quaritch, who was brought into the world on Pandora. However, couldn't be shipped to Earth in cryostasis as a baby. While Jake can acknowledge Insect as a took-on child, Neytiri is incredulous of him given his human beginnings. Be that as it may, every one of the youngsters blend and mingle well with one another, including Bug, whom Kiri is loving with despite the fact that he is a human. Insect doesn't embrace his human legacy and feels more leaned to Nausicaa's culture and customs. They carry on with an ordinary existence until one day they notice a peculiar star in the night sky. Unfortunately, they understand it's a RDA space transport with people getting back to Pandora to colonize it, raising another really working base once more, making critical obliteration Pandora. Among the fresh debuts in the boat is Colonel Quaritch, who has been cloned into a Nausicaa's body and with his recollections transferred from before his passing. Thus, Quaritch can't recall his death on account of Jake, however, is simply ready to remember the occasions previously and his wrathful mission to dispense with Jake. To keep the RDA from taking advantage of Pandora once more, Jake drives an essential guerrilla activity against the RDA supply lines, debilitating them. In one of the tasks, Loeke, who ignores Needium and is anxious to show what him can do as a Nausicaa's fighter, attempts to help Jake in fight yet is injured. Jake saves and teaches him to not imperil his own well-being by being careless. That evening, while at the same time watching out for his injuries, Neytiri smoothly reminds Jake to be not excessively unforgiving with Loeke, to which Jake communicates his anxiety as a dad for the well-being of his youngsters. In the meantime, the retaliatory strike on the RDA supply lines doesn't agree with Quaritch, who starts a pursuit mission to kill Jake. During an energetic endeavor, Jake's youngsters alongside Insect investigate further into the rainforest. Unbeknownst to them, Quaritch and his group are in the area, investigating the site where Quaritch finds his human remaining parts. An attentive Loeke sees their presence and rapidly illuminates Jake. An encounter results and Quaritch's crew catches Jake's kids. Jake and Neytiri show up in time and free the majority of them. However, Bug is taken by Quaritch, who remembers him as his child. On board the boat, the RDA attempts to force data about Jake from Insect, whom denies. Evolving methodology, Quaritch tends to Bug as his child and furthermore, to make sense of more about the Nausicaa's in return for his opportunity on his side. In spite of the fact that unagreeable and uninformed about Quaritch's real mission, Bug shows Quaritch Nausicaa's culture. Quaritch is additionally effectively ready to tame an Ikran flying animal as his vehicle. Realizing the peril, Insect's information on his whereabouts postures to their well-being and furthermore, to stay away from another disaster, Jake persuades a hesitant Neytiri and his family to oust themselves from the Omaticaya tribe and retreat toward the eastern seaboard of Metkayina, a coral reef island whose faction and way of life is adjusted to Pandora's seagoing territory. Jake gives his main mantle to his replacement and passes on altogether to Metkayina. Once showed up, they are welcomed by the faction boss Tonowari and his better half Ronald, who is dubious of them at first. Notwithstanding, Jake makes sense of their circumstance and they are consented to remain and given cover. Despite the fact that a few tribesmen criticize Jake and his kids for their hereditary human legacy, the family learns the methods of the reef individuals, gaining the appreciation of them. Kiri is entranced with the oceanic existence of Metkayina and fosters a profound bond with the ocean and its animals, while Loeke gets to know Cyria, the girl of family boss Tonawari and his significant other Ronald. While adjusting to their new climate, Loeke gets into a battle with Cyria's sibling Aonung when he pokes an unrefined fun at Kiri and him of their blended human genealogy. Jake reproves his child for his way of behaving. At Jake's demand, Loeke gets back to apologize to Aonung and his companions. Notwithstanding, they tempt him to an excursion into the region of a perilous ocean hunter, the Akula, and leave him abandoned in retribution. The Akula attempts to go after Loeke. Notwithstanding, Loeke is saved by and gets to know Payukan, a tulkun, a savvy and pacifistic cetacean species whom the Metkayina think about their otherworldly family. Loeke can speak with Payukan through marking and eliminates an old spearhead from the monster's right blade. Upon his revisitation of Metkayina, boss Tonawari, who became mindful of Aonung's deceiving of Loeke, requests that the previous apologize to Loeke. In any case, Loeke assumes the fault himself, winning Aonung's companionship. He is additionally informed that Payukan is an untouchable among his species. In the interim, out traveling to a branch off of the Tree of Spirits, Kiri joins with it to meet her mom, yet experiences a brutal seizure. She is recuperated by Ronald. However, when Jake calls Norm Spellman and Max Patel for help, Quaritch can follow them to the archipelago where the reef individuals reside. Carrying Insect with him, he lays hold of a whaling vessel which is hunting tulkuns to gather their cerebrum catalysts for making hostile to maturing cures. Quaritch starts to mercilessly scrutinize the native clans about Jake's area, bombing that. He arranges the whaling team to wantonly kill the tulkuns to draw Jake out. Loeke intellectually interfaces with Payukan and discovers that the tulkun was projected out on the grounds that he conflicted with the methods of his species and went after the whalers who killed his mom. At the point when the Metkayina learn of the tulkun butchers, Loeke takes off to caution Payukan, trailed by his kin, Cyria and Aonung. They find Payukan being pursued by the whalers, and Loeke, Kiri and Tuck are caught by Quaritch. With their youngsters in harm's way, Jake, Neytiri and the Metkayina set off on a mission to defy the people. Quaritch powers Jake to give up, however seeing his spirit sibling endangered, Payukan assaults the whalers, setting off a battle which kills the greater part of the team and fundamentally harms the vessel, making it sink. Medium salvages Loeke and Bug, however is lethally shot. Jake faces Quaritch, who involves Kiri as a prisoner. At the point when Neytiri does likewise with Bug, Quaritch at first denies his child, however ceases when Neytiri cuts Bug on the chest. Jake, Quaritch, Neytiri and Tuck end up caught inside the sinking vessel. Jake chokes Quaritch into obviousness and is protected by Loeke and Payukan, and Kiri calls ocean animals to help her save Neytiri and Tuck. Bug finds and protects Quaritch, yet passes on him because of his remorselessness towards the Nausicaa and putting his objective to kill Jake's family over being his dad and turning into a decent man, driving him back to rejoin Jake's loved ones. After Nedium's memorial service, Jake and his family choose to forever remain with the Metkayina.